back with another one, man. And everybody thought that this T1 Trump phone was gonna come out just for him to play in your face. Ain't that crazy? Thought you was gonna get your T1. I didn't scratch myself, my boy. But yeah, nah, man. So yeah, I've been watching Penguin Zero, or Charlie, if you do watch him and you know about Charlie. But yeah, he pretty funny. But yeah, I'm gonna let him kind of show you what's kind of going on with this T1 ordeal, and let him go ahead and explain how everybody's getting scammed by their president.
On this fucking mythical device, I would probably have better odds of finding a real life Dragon Ball than a T1 device. Anyway.
And if you also didn't know, by the way, didn't mean to stop it so early, but if you didn't know, yeah, Trump had a Trump phone that he was selling, but it's also been sold since I think like the beginning of 2025 or maybe the ending of 2024. I might, matter of fact, let me look at the details. When did the Trump phone Okay, yeah, I was right. Originally, it was announced in June 16th, 2025. So my first answer was right. I always go with your first instinct. But yeah, so since June 16th, 2025, this thing's supposed to be about to come out. It's supposed to already have been in people's hands. And unfortunately, boom, Trump is another bamboozle from the good old Trumpster. But yeah, again, we're going to let my boy finish.
Anyway, I don't need to regurgitate the lore for how we got here. Point is, there's been a new development, a huge disaster, and I mean this isn't a meme, I'm not being exaggeratory. What's unfolded is a complete fucking catastrophe. There is a massive security problem with TrumpMobile.com that has led to thousands of customers getting a big cock in their mouth.
I'm making this video to let you know that TrumpMobile.com is leaking customer information, and I know that because, sadly, I am one of those customers whose mailing address, email address, everything short of credit card number is being leaked via a security exploit that I'm not going to go into too much detail to explain, but it's not complicated.
Yeah, being a proud customer of Trump Mobile here, trying to get my paws on it.
Which is crazy in itself. I mean, when he first started reacting to this and telling us that he was about to get this phone, I'm not gonna lie, I was already like, probably never gonna touch that in your entire life. How, Sway? I'm like, what I'm really confused is that not monopolizing? Like, I guess technically there's nothing monopolizing with the president. He can probably do whatever he wants, or at least this president does whatever he wants. So I don't know. It just seemed kind of sketchy to me from the get go. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it just definitely seemed like I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely not gonna laugh like y'all not getting it done, like with no crazy stuff like that. But it definitely, I don't know. Once I see you do scams the first time, I'm not going to go around the corner. And again, I know that Penguin was trolling in the first place anyway, so I know that he didn't really buy it with intentions to actually be able to have a phone. But now I'm pretty sure it's pretty scary that your information is leaked and potentially someone could be doing something crazy with your information. Not that everything else isn't selling your information to Google and all these other companies anyway, but when you get bamboozled and then now your information is linked to some people, well, they say supposedly, well, I'm gonna let him finish.
T1 device has put me on the hook here of this security vulnerability. So this individual had sent me an email, as well as CoffeeZilla, as well as a lot of other customers, about this vulnerability that they discovered on the Trump Mobile website, which allowed them to access every piece of customer information except credit card number. That seems to be like the only thing that they weren't able to.
And that's what he thinks. I'm pretty sure they probably showed that that's what they can only access, but let's be realistic. If they can access every single bit of the information that you utilize to get this phone, I don't know. Maybe they might have seen your credit card information too. If they was this powerful to even break this system, and or unless the system was just super crappy, which also is a very likely probability to this as well. So, but yeah, man.
To like look at there, but everything else was just right out there frolicking, and they were able to look at it and were able to prove that this wasn't some hoax, that they actually did have this big security breach, that they were able to get all this information. Basically, they have the whole kit and caboodle of everything Trump Mobile. They got them by the titties. They're squeezing on the honkers. And they were able to provide a lot of information about it, as well as like that.
Side note, I love bro's content, bro. I really appreciate Penguin's content. It definitely helps me build my confidence on being able to do these videos and get myself out there in a place where, you know, I don't want to be like bro or nothing like that, you know, or have anything that he has, but just the notch of respect that people give to him, you know, it would be dope to you know how that feels, if anything. Like I said, that I guess that's a kind of a better way to pronounce it, but yeah, shout out to Penguin, man.
Divulging the method, which neither CoffeeZilla nor myself will get into, but it is a big whoops-a-daisy that needs fixing. So CoffeeZilla and myself, as well as this individual, have reached out to Trump Mobile in every possible avenue we could find to put this
and they said, got it,
on the radar for them to fix it, because this is a huge issue. All of us have been met with radio silence. This individual does not appear to be some kind of like malicious bad actor trying to use this for some kind of nefarious purposes. This is someone that has actively been trying to get it fixed, and then when he's been met with nothing but crickets from Trump Mobile, as well as a couple of other outlets that he reached out to, that's when he reached out to myself, CoffeeZilla, and multiple other people as well that were customers here, victims of this security flaw. So since no one from the official Trump Mobile team is receptive to this kind of alert, what else is there to do besides just make this video and CoffeeZilla's video publicly talking about it, so that way maybe they can, you know, see it and fix it, because this is a huge problem. And this should hopefully dissuade other people from purchasing a Trump Mobile device, because it is not safe to do so right now. It is actually dangerous. It has a huge security issue.
I mean, exactly how it works was explained to me.
By the way, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure you probably do know, but for those that don't know, that's CoffeeZilla, and he has some pretty popular exposing for corruption and corrupt stuff, and it's funny that I feel like they kind of doubled back on these guys and was like, did a F you in person, like, give it up for yourself. You thought you played me when you played yourself. And it's not funny though. It's not funny for sure. That's another reason why I'm making a reaction to this as well, you know, to kind of help their cause and help other people not buy the T1 phone and or indulge in trying to get the T1 phone, at least currently at this moment when people's information is being leaked to God knows where and to God knows who. So yeah.
I'm not a computer expert, but even I can understand the mechanics of it, meaning it's very low-hanging fruit. Basically, this past weekend, I was reached out to among many other people who have Trump Mobile accounts to let us know that our identification was being served up. This was by somebody who said they had no interest in doxing me, but they just wanted to let me know that this was happening. This person had my order information, my mailing address. They had
Yo, that's crazy. This is from someone from another country that has all your information. What? Nah, that's gonna have to that's gonna have to like, nah, that's crazy. I mean, I'm glad I never wanted one of these phones, but I'm also not ever gonna get one of these phones, because that's crazy. That's just Barnacles.
other people's information as well that they shared with me just to prove it was real. Of course, blurring out the actual address data. From what I can tell, the person who contacted me, they're just interested in getting this fixed. They contacted the Trump Mobile team. They didn't respond.
Bro, I
Which is sketch.
fucking swear the Trump Mobile, the T1 device, is like the mummy's curse. It brings nothing but misery and plague. Like, everything Trump touches is literally the cheese touch. Holy fuck, man. I bought the phone as a joke just to see A, if it would ever actually come out, and B, if it does release, if it's any good whatsoever, like what actually even gets served to me. And as a result, now I get butt fucked.
See, I knew he was trolling. I knew he didn't really want the Trump phone just because, like, he's like a Trump supporter. I mean, I don't know what he supports, and I still would watch his videos even if he was a Trump supporter. I'm not about to argue people down for their beliefs and their political systems and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of pointless to do that. I'm not arguing with anybody damn near over anything, or I try my best to. I can't say that I'm not, but I do my best not to try to argue with people over things that they believe in. Your beliefs is your beliefs. My beliefs are my beliefs.
This is the president of the United States, man. Just the concept of this would be something that people would insult and critique if they saw it in some kind of like satirical context in like a show or a movie, because it's so over the top stupid. The fucking president of this country has a company, and it's had many companies that are complete fucking shams, but this one in particular is not only...
That was my point exactly. Didn't mean to stop it again, but if you know, again, he's trolling, so I'm not saying it to him. If you have been paying attention to a person and they've showed you that their word isn't solid on one thing, why would you then see them start a new thing and think that their word's going to be even solid and a stronger solidness for this next thing? Just wouldn't be me.
Extremely shady and unable to deliver anything that it has been hyping up and taking orders for so long, but also has a security flaw that is actually disastrous for the customers. It's just unthinkable. So you can't trust your information with the president, something that is backed by the president of the United States of America. Like, I knew this whole thing was a bunch of barnacles, like everything with the T1, just another one of Trump's endless money-grabbing ploys, like the Trump Bible and all that, but I would have never expected it to be this much.
Trump Bible is crazy. Not gonna lie. Trump Bible is low-key crazy. Like, for real.
Of an absurd, throbbing headache. I'm porky pigging right now. It's just so annoying.
We have received no response from the official team. So basically how we feel is there's a public interest in letting people know, do not order on TrumpMobile.com unless you're ready for your information to be leaked. It's basically that bad. And also raises concerns given that Trump Mobile is offering a cellular service. I don't know how much of a view they would have into people's browsing histories, call history, location data, but I would assume they keep some of that data, and if that is the case, I'd be very concerned given how much, or...
Like, what?
Should I say, how little protection they give to your basic customer information, which should be obviously like under lock and key.
That's exactly right. This is a massive safety concern. Giving your information to Trump Mobile is like covering yourself in raw meat and jumping into the grizzly bear habitat at the zoo. It's a recipe for disaster. So, since any of us reaching out to try and get it fixed, this is the only option to let people know. Do not place any product orders with Trump Mobile right now, and if you already have, goose is kind of cooked. Sleep with one eye open, I guess. Cold sweats, I don't know what to tell you. There's not a whole lot you can do. We don't know if this is the only individual on the planet that's figured this out, or if it has been exploited by, like...
And the factor that they don't know who this person is, the anonymous person. Or maybe they do. They're just not exposing who the anonymous person is just for the anonymity for them. But the factor that they don't know this person and they're from another country, reaching out to them to tell us about our own country's security problems, that's an issue, my friend. That is an issue.
Malicious entities that have been scraping this data for dubious reasons, and they just haven't made it known to anyone yet. We have no way of knowing that right now. This individual reached out of concern, and they'd been trying to get it fixed themselves to no avail, so then reached out to us to try and get it fixed, and we also got radio silence as well, so there's not a whole lot of other options left. But this appears to be someone that genuinely just wants the problem fixed, and the whole purpose of talking about this is this shit needs to get fixed. This is a huge fucking issue.
Now, among other things that were discovered while realizing that, my address is out on trumpmobile.com being served up to anyone who knows this security exploit, we also found out that the real number of customer orders is much lower than we thought previously. It had been reported that 600,000 people ordered the T1 phone. Turns out that number was basically made up from thin air, but actually looking at the customer, unique IDs, it looks like the real number of actual customers on this website was more like roughly 10,000 unique customers with roughly...
That's crazy. Saying that it was almost 70,000 and it's only 10,000 is a huge lie, my boy.
30,000 unique customer phone orders. I don't know if that also includes Trump Mobile itself as a cellular service plan. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like about 30,000 different orders went through, much lower than previously reported, about 5% actually of what was previously reported.
Yeah, that was a wacky little nugget that came as a result of this individual having access to basically the fucking mainframe of Trump Mobile. They were able to comb through and look at the total number of product orders that were placed, and according to that information, the numbers that have been reported with the 590,000, that's straight fucking horseradish apparently. Which shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, because making up numbers has become the bread and butter tactic of anything Trump adjacent. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I guess I just really thought that Trump Mobile was more successful with brain dead lobotomites. So this is actually something, I guess, positive. You could look at this positively, oh, there were only roughly 30,000 suckers, and maybe a handful of them were myself and CoffeeZilla, who were there to try and see well, what is this piece of shit? Is it even real? That kind of thing, investigating it, I guess. Who knows? But it is a much lower number, according to what has been discovered through all this.
Well, yeah, man, I feel bad for my boys, man. Hopefully they get their money back, and also more money, because security breaches, I don't even know if that's paybackable damn near, but yeah. Don't get the T1 phone, man. Just stay far away from it. Share, subscribe, hit that hype button, and all that cool stuff. But yeah, man, we out in 4K. I need to share it.